What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another video. And today we're wrapping up the 2020 Arnold Classic, the Pro Men's Bodybuilding. William Bonac takes another title over Big Ramy, Dexter Jackson, Steve Kuklo, and the rest of the field. It was awesome. We've also got the men's physique results as well, plus much more. This was an exciting Arnold Classic. Guys, I hope you enjoy this video. What's up, desktopers? Now, before we get into this video, I want to encourage you guys to please give me a like on this video, smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me know that you guys appreciate and like this content. Also, subscribe and hit that notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up related to the 2020 Arnold Classic from myself. And I've got a ton of opinion pieces around this Arnold Classic because a lot went on. I've got some funny stuff as well that went down from Cedric McMillian calling out Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's a whole ton of stuff. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video, because William Bonac comes out, wins the Arnold Classic, and in my opinion, I thought it was a deserved win because he was really challenged by two people. It was Big Ramy, who actually probably went in as the favorite in most people's eyes. Like when I did polls, and I saw polls out there and stuff as well on this, more people said that Big Ramy was going to win over William Bonac. But really, William Bonac, he won the Arnold Classic he got second at the Arnold Classic last year. He got second at the Olympia last year. He, obviously he's an outstanding competitor, but people had their doubts about him, competing against an amazing Big Ramy. Also, guys like Dexter Jackson, Cedric McMillian, just a ton of really good guys that could do damage in this lineup. So I understand why people had their doubts, but William Bonac really did prove them wrong. And earlier on in this, the prep for the Arnold Classic for most of these guys, I was picking William Bonac. I'm like, no, go with the smart choice. And I knew as soon as those photos of Big Ramy would start coming out, the death face and all that sort of stuff, I'd get bamboozled and end up choosing him. And that's exactly what I did. So I should sort of learn my lesson on that. So William Bonac wins it. I haven't got the official scorecards yet. I'm going to come out with some more videos when the official scorecards are actually out. But this is fresh news. But I did watch what went down. Now, at the finals, I did a pre-judging wrap-up as well, so you guys can go back and view that. But at the finals, William Bonac looked like he maybe faded a little bit. And you heard Luke Sando and the other guys on the commentary team saying that, Luke even had Dexter winning this contest as well at the age of 50, which is pretty insane. And this is Dexter's last Arnold Classic Columbus, so it would have been a great story. But he falls a little bit short. I think it's just a little bit of size, the fact that William Bonac is just that little bit thicker overall. I don't think it's anything to do with shape or anything like that. I think nothing to do with conditioning. I think it was just William Bonac is a bit thicker and a bit denser, and that got him the win over Dexter Jackson. Now, the guy that really is the total opposite of these two guys in terms of physique-wise is Big Ramy, who came in third. And it was, going into the contest, there was, talk about who was Big Ramy's coach and what was going down, and we found out it was Chad Nichols. Now, Chad Nichols did say in an interview prior to the Arnold Classic at the meet and greet and whatnot that Ramy was over 300 pounds. Now, when I heard that, I was like, wow, because his face makes him look like he's in condition. So if he's in condition at 300 pounds, this is a Mr. Olympia winner in 2020. But I did have my doubts when I heard that weight, because I was like, that's dangerous. Now, Big Ramy, don't get me wrong, he should always be big, but too big does hurt him in my opinion. But Big Ramy, I think, improved at the finals. He does have areas of physique where it's sort of, you think, oh, he's in condition, especially from the front more so. But when he hits his front lat spread and a few other shots, he doesn't look as hard as like a William Bonac or a Dexter Jackson. And then when he hits his back shots as well, the hamstrings and the back, leave a little bit to be desired in terms of conditioning. So I don't know what Ramy has to do to get that in really great condition. He might not be one of those guys that ever gets that graininess, but I would love to see that from Big Ramy in the future at least anyway. But let's celebrate Dexter Jackson, because he looked sensational. And I think the thing for Dexter was that he improved in finals, and he looked like he got a little bit fuller, and that made him appear a little bit harder as well. And Bonac sort of stayed the same or got a little bit worse from prejudging, because in my opinion, at prejudging, Bonac was a clear winner, but Dexter really did push him in the finals. And the thing that may have even hurt Dexter as well is at the prejudging, Dexter was actually put on the outside in the top 4 call-out, and Big Ramy was moved into the middle. So perhaps Big Ramy could have been in second after prejudging. I'm not sure. That's just going by the call-outs. But I assume it would have been close, and maybe Big Ramy at least stole some points off Dexter in that second place finish as well. Let's move on to fourth place, Steve Kuklo. This has got to be a massive up for Steve Kuklo because we've seen him come, fifth and sixth in the Olympia. In the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and also the Olympia. He came sixth last year, and this is a nice bump for him because this lineup was pretty much Olympia toughness from last year. So this is a great placing for Steve Kuklo, and I thought this was his best package of all time. And I still look at his physique, and I still look at his back, and there's a few different spots, and I'm like, imagine if that was all detailed and really hard, because he's a massive dude. People actually don't realize how big he is because he's not a short guy, and he packs a ton of muscle, and he has no real missing spots on his physique. You can say his back could come up a little bit, maybe a few other body parts, but really there's not much. It's just more about detail for Steve, and I've got to say this was his best ever, and I was very, very impressed. In fifth place, Sergio Oliva Jr. Now he comes in, and I didn't have him in fifth. To be honest, I had him maybe 1-2 spots lower because there's another guy down the lineup, Max Charles, that I won't talk about now, but I would have probably had Max Charles in fifth. But I assume by the call-outs, he was probably down in 8th or 9th, which to me is crazy because he was either the hardest or the second hardest guy in the lineup with Morgan Asti. And I'll talk more about that in a future video. But Sergio, he posed extremely well, and I think maybe that's the reason why he superseded a few guys as well. The guy he beat, who came in 6th place, Cedric McMillian, also a great poser, but Sergio won the best posing award as well. So I assume he would have won that pose, or maybe not won the posing round, but he would have done very well in it because they judge the physique a lot in the posing round. But if you pose better, I think it might let you jump 1 or 2 guys in terms of just the posing judging. Now, Cedric McMillian in 6th place. I didn't think it was a bad package for Cedric. I think that maybe he's just coming in a little bit smaller because his conditioning wasn't bad. Like, it was probably slightly better than the average of what he brings. But I don't know if it's Cedric's age that's getting to him or what it is, because he competed a lot last year at the end of the year and looked good. Looked sort of somewhat similar to this. He had varying degrees of conditioning and whatnot. But he never came in razor sharp. And he didn't really come in razor sharp here, but if he could keep this same sort of conditioning and bring a fuller package, I think that would be great. And that's almost what he did coming to the Arnold Classic Australia last time. So I think if Cedric, can put in an extra 2 weeks and then come down to Australia, bring at least that level of conditioning, even if we could get maybe slightly tighter, but I think just more just filling out the right sort of way. I don't know if that means he needs to team up with like a Chris Aceto or something like that, because I haven't heard that he's got a coach or working with anyone, so perhaps he's just doing it all himself. And I think that Cedric probably needs that sort of guidance, because I know he's been trying to figure it out on his own, but someone like Chris Aceto or any other coach really could probably help Cedric a lot with that. But overall, a very, very great open bodybuilding lineup. Also want to mention Sergio won obviously the best posing award, and then this year Big Ramy won the most muscular award. That one was pretty much going to be hands down, unless they gave it to like a Morgan Asti, which I didn't see happening either. So when Ramy did get that most muscular award, I was like, okay, he's probably not going to win it, because I feel like sometimes that's a bit of a consolation prize. But regardless, honestly, he probably would have won it anyway. And the statue was actually modeled after Franco Columbu, which I think is a really nice touch, because he obviously passed away. I don't know if it was in this past year. Yeah, I think it was in this past year, early 2019. So yeah, I think that was a really nice touch that they did that for Franco Columbu in his memory. So I'll quickly touch on the men's physique. We had Brandon Hendrickson versus Andre Ferguson. Brandon Hendrickson finishes in 2nd place here. Looked really good. Brandon always looks good, and from the pre-comp photos I was looking at, I was like, I think Brandon can really give Andre a run for his money, and he did. But Andre Ferguson, when he steps on stage, he's just got the sharpness, he's got the balance, he's got an outstanding back, and for those reasons, I understand why they gave it to Andre, and he's just an outstanding competitor. But they're going to go at each other again in Australia in 2 weeks' time, which is going to be a very interesting matchup. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, because I will be there as well and reporting on the whole thing. So, a great Arnold Classic. I want to get your guys' opinion on the placings. Do you think certain guys should have been higher in the Arnold Classic? What do you think of Bonac winning it? Do you think, maybe Dexter or Big Ramy could have actually beaten out Bonac? Do you agree with the top 3? Let me know all your thoughts on the 2020 Arnold Classic, because it was a great contest. And I really like to hear from you guys as well, and I really appreciate the support. And I am back full time on this, smashing out tons of content. So I hope you guys really do enjoy it. And if you like my content, please give me a thumbs up and smash that like button on this video. Also subscribe and hit that notification bell button. That way you're going to be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. And it's going to include a lot of opinion pieces on this 2020 Arnold Classic, a lot of interviews and all that good stuff. Anyway, for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.